Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. Right, I've finished putting all the decals, nearly all the decals on the rail car, and I'm just going to show you what I did. This is the other side, the one you didn't see in the previous video, and as I mentioned in the previous video, on Italian rail cars, one of the cabs is marked as cab A, and on the other side, the black, I use laser printer decal paper, and of course my laser printer is black and white. it's not a color laser printer, so I'm limited in the range of colors I can go to, only to black, obviously. So there was the problem that in this case the black letter A would be practically invisible on the dark blue background. So what did I do? How did I solve that problem? I punched a small disc in this piece of 0.30 styrene, and with the smallest bit on the paper punch, I just left it out to show you. Then I applied the decal to this disc, and then I just wet the disc in a tiny spot of glue and glaze and applied it to the bodywork. So letter A is as if it were fitted onto a plate, or anyway a white background. It's practically there's very little relief effect. Then I fitted I'd started with this side, and on this one you can see there's a slight waviness here in the decal, because I had tried my usual lazy way of just putting them in the saucer and then fishing the decal off, and the decal got all warped, and I had to fix it up using a paintbrush and things, and that's when I realized I had to do it the proper way. So this one here was fitted on properly. So put the decal on with its supporting paper, wet it, then hold the decal in position with a toothpick, and using the tweezers pull the paper out, and I can say that it's quite a pleasing effect. What's left now? Okay, excuse me, here's my collection of glasses. And those are the distance ones. I've got the reading ones on, and those are the plus ones, the black ones. I'm blind. So we've got the railway badge here, the winged wheel. Now this is clear decal paper, it's not white. So I've been thinking, how am I going to fit this onto a dark blue background and the badge not to be absolutely invisible? So there are various options. I thought I'll buy some white decal paper. The white decal paper means that I have to go completely loopy, cutting around this very small badge, either using sharp scissors or the cutter. And so that's a help my bob job. That's a Scottish expression, help my bob. So what am I going to do? I'm thinking what to do to solve this problem and get a nice result. So it would be very nice if that logo were silver. But I can't. You can apply paint to these decals, because I did a wee test here. I had a sliver of decal paper from the clippings, and I just did this line on it with a marker pen, and then applied it to this piece of styrene just as a test. So that would be feasible to paint it. But to paint this stuff here in this scale is a very difficult task. So what I'm thinking to do is to apply the decals on some silver paper. I have that silver paper, the same as the blue paper I used for the inside of the roller blind. Apply it to the silver paper, and then once everything's dry, fit it to the side here with some glue and glaze PVA glue. That might be an idea. I have even another idea which might be a little bit more with a better support, is to apply the decals to a small piece of 0.30 styrene cut painted silver. That could be an idea, and then trim it well using the cutter, but working at such a level of precision around the wheel flanges and things might be really a very, very complicated thing to do on styrene at such a small scale. So I'm going to try, at first I'll try the paper alternative, the paperback alternative, let's say, the silver paper support alternative, and see if that works, if that's sort of rigid enough to be able to then just put a tiny spot of PVA glue and glaze behind it, and then just sit it in position, being very careful. I would quite like this option because it would free me from having to buy extra white decal paper. At the moment I don't have any need for white decal paper because, for example, if I want to have white letters on something, all I need to do is to make a white background. So let me hear what your opinion, if you have any advice on what to do regarding the railway logo, the badge, because that's the last thing we have to apply, and we have to apply the badge on here, and we also have to apply the badge on the rail bus over there. By the way, last night I fitted the number 3 to the rebuilt route number indicator of the Riva Rossi tram, so that's ready. And then I did another thing, I peeled off the very scabby decals over here on the trailer car. They were really in very bad condition, and it was also marked number 4, which is nonsensical considering the motor car is number 3, and that would just cause confusion among the passengers. So the trailer car is going to also have a number 3 on it. So how did I do that? I peeled them off, and then I just touched up the disc with a white marker pen, a matte white marker pen, the one you've seen me use on previous occasions, which is this one here, this very nice Pilot Pintor marker pen, which I advise you to keep among your tools. This is a very useful thing if you just need a spot of white without having to take out paint and brushes and all the rest of it. Okay, that's that for the moment. I'm away to finish off some housework because it's my shot to wash the floors. In fact, I've washed the floors. I have to see if they've dried because I'm blocked in here at the moment. Okay, cheerio, and see you next time. Have a very nice Sunday. It's Sunday now. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but it's Sunday. I think later on today. Ciao, ciao.